banana bread cinnamon buns. We're gonna start by adding 1 cup of warm milk to my electric mixing bowl. I took it straight out of the fridge and into the microwave for 50 seconds. Now I'm going in with 2 teaspoons and 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. I'm using the quick rise, but the traditional dry active will work perfectly fine. 1/2 cup of sugar. Gonna give this a really good whisk and let it sit on the counter for about 5 minutes. 1/3 cup of melted butter. Tablespoon of vanilla. I always pre-pour because I want to add extra. Going in with about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half of cinnamon. About 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. You can always add more or less of these seasonings. Now I don't have super ripe bananas. These are all I have, but I'm gonna mash them up. So I just used like 2 large bananas. I'm gonna whisk these together. Now I'm just gonna start incorporating some flour. I'm just using all-purpose because that's all I have. We got 1 cup, 2 cups. Just gonna give this a little mix together. We are gonna need more flour and eventually I am gonna throw it into my mixer. 3 cups, 4 cups. We're gonna give this a mix and see if we need to add any more. Kneaded for a few minutes. That was 4 cups in total. It's a little bit sticky, but it's not really sticking to my hands. As you can see, it's extremely soft. I'm gonna leave it like that. 4 cups worked for me, but you might find that if you go to make this recipe, it might be a little different for you. But this is how my texture is. I have greased the bowl. I'm gonna put my dough in. We're gonna cover this and let it double in size. So this is how it looks right now. 1/2 cup of butter, which I guess equals 1 stick. I'm going to add 1 cup of brown sugar, adding in some cinnamon, as well as some nutmeg. Just gonna mix this together, and now this is the filling to go inside those cinnamon buns. Look at our dough now. I had to switch bowls because I'm also making some cookies, and I accidentally melted my butter a little too much, so it's definitely a lot runnier the inside, but it's your choice. Was a tad bit sticky, so I added some flour. Now we're just gonna roll it out into a big rectangle. Our cookies are done. All right, we're gonna add that brown sugar butter filling. Spreading the filling as evenly as I can. Got my 9x13 greased. I'm gonna put this to the side as we cut up our rolls. Now everybody has a different way of rolling up their cinnamon buns, and I love to do it this way. I like rolling it up vertically instead of rolling it all and then cutting it. We're gonna aim for 12 here. So maybe I should like pre-make some cut lines. Now we just roll. Look at that beauty. Into that casserole dish that's greased. Just gonna continue with the rest. Well, they're definitely not all of the same size. I'm gonna cover them and put them to the side while we get our oven preheating to 375 degrees. Last time I made these, I poured some heavy cream over them and a lot of people were shocked by that. I'm gonna leave it out this time, but it is an option. Adding the heavy cream, I find just leaves it extra soft, makes them a lot more, gives them a lot more moisture to them when you add that cream. I'm gonna make the maple cream cheese frosting now. This is all I have left for butter, so it's about 4 or 5 tablespoons. Our cinnamon buns are done. A block of softened cream cheese. Adding in some vanilla, a little bit of salt. Using my KitchenAid, and I'm just gonna beat these together before I add in our powdered sugar. Adding in some powdered sugar. So I wanted to make the maple by adding maple syrup, but I can't find my maple syrup, so I must be out of it, so scrap that idea. We're just making a regular cream cheese frosting. Guys, look at those. They baked for 20 minutes at 375 degrees. And these are perfect to consume just the way they are, but we're adding that cream cheese frosting. While our cinnamon buns are still hot, we're brushing them with this. This pan is still really hot. Look at those, you guys. Banana bread, cinnamon rolls. These are gonna be insane.